him the extra resources he need to really get ahead economically. And a couple of bad exchanges. Yeah, anyways, as I was saying, a couple of bad exchanges didn't go his way, so maybe probably play the same game, just speed everything up a little bit. I think the harass in the early game that he did probably set him back just a little bit too much, PLK that is. Maybe just needs to focus a little bit more on that production. So, in the top left-hand corner for Sargas, Team Sargas, Clan Sargas, is PLK.
And spawning here in a bottom right side, we have our blue Terran player, and he goes by the name of Hoofen.
Showing a fairly strong first game, Hoofen. He went pure biomine and just, biotank and just pumped out Marines. At one point, he had double the amount of Marines that his opponent did, and more siege tanks. So it really shows in TVT, the timing of the expansions can be everything.
Yeah, Hoofen shows a great performance there, and yeah, being really constantly on his upgrades, on his production, and even though the harass on both sides were phenomenal, they were killing a lot of workers and still re-establishing all this economy.
Yeah, so many workers killed. That was devastating. By the 10-minute mark, we had 20-30 workers killed, so hopefully we see something similar with exactly the same timings coming down from both players. This could get interesting if they're playing the exact same the exact same strategy.
Yeah, I saw a highlight video actually from some of the Korean players of the VCS, I think, and there was that TVT on Ackland Waste where they killed thousands and thousands of Marines and siege tanks, so this can actually go into a wild late game.
Well, let's hope for some whatever happens. Let's hope it's really interesting. So Hoofen going for the Reaper to get some map control, while PLK goes for the Marine to get a bit of defense against that Reaper.
Yeah, do you think mech play on Ackland Waste would be a viable choice here?
I think mech play on Ackland is probably maybe the best map for it, because it's a narrow map. Most people kind of think Ackland's a really big map. I really think it's kind of small. It's very choked. There's basically a straight path down the middle, and it's very kind of narrow in that strategic view. So with siege tanks and mech play, you want to have positions in which you can control large swathes of the map, and mech play really does that well on Ackland. As you see the Reaper crossing the map right now, passing through all these incredible choke points where you can just siege up and not have to worry about being flanked or anything, and even defend yourself from flanks with a couple of mobile units like Hellbats or something.
Absolutely, and I think this might be very well occurring. Hoofen was scouting the reactor, at least at the barracks, and this gives him a good intel what might be occurring here. But we do see the factory and the starport behind this, and PLK is in fact getting the tech lab, and it is being scouted by the Reaper.
Yeah, ballsy move to go for the Banshee opening, given that Hoofen went the Reaper opening last time to get the scout out. You don't want that starport scouted at any time if you're going to go with Banshee opening, but maybe he's going to go. He could go drops, so maybe that's a possibility.
Yeah, and the Reaper got away with very few hit points. Very well done there by Hoofen. Going around the map, and on the other side he is preparing with an engineer bay. He knows there might be that Banshee coming up, but no, look at that.
Raven play is not completely unheard of lately. It's getting more and more popular. I think people are starting to realize the power of the Raven.
Yeah, that's actually awesome. I do like that kind of play, with the auto turret also being as a harassing unit. A little bit expensive though, and therefore you want to actually use the Seeker missile and of course the detector ability against Cloak Banshee.
It's one of those units that you build it early and it will pay for itself the longer that it's out on the field. If you don't get it sniped too early, you can use it. I mean, it's used for harass recently. It's used for detection in defense versus Widow Mines. You've got the Seeker missile. You've got in TVT especially, Raven's becoming more prevalent because of point defense drones can. If you've got point defense drones and the enemy hasn't in a mech battle, you win, basically.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I almost forgot about this ability, and this is, I think, the most efficient one. And oh my god, actually, the Reapers yet again will be going into the main base and seeing exactly what's going on. And I don't think the Raven has been spotted with the Viking here as an assistant.
Interesting move there to get the Reaper's corner there. I think, you probably knew that they can't get down off that ledge, but back them into the corner anyway, and they both lose their lives to a massive amount of Marines. And we are going to see Raven harass either as a scout or as a distraction for the main force.
Actually, the main force is, joining the Raven with the point defense drone in position, so this might be actually really bad here for Hoofen if he's not taking care of these siege tanks. Oh my god, the point defense drone was set down already. I don't think this was the best decision to set it down there.
No, it's a bit unfortunate, but he's not going to sway the game just yet with the Raven. Throwing it down there may have bought him a couple of units extra, but he's in a really commanding position here, sieging up on the low ground, scanning on the high ground to get range onto some SCVs or even the command center, positioning his Marines really well. But there is quite a flank coming in from Hoofen, and he engages in the perfect angle from two sides, distracting the biggest clump of Marines, and he's just got too much stuff. Even with the amount of damage those siege tanks did, he can storm in, get the siege tanks, snipe down the rest of the units, and it's very similar to the engagement they had in the first half of the last game, where they both ended up with almost no units left, evening up the score and just falling back into macro.
Super close fight, and this SCV pull, that was insane. It was getting the siege tank fire and giving the opportunity for the Marines and Marauders to put on the damage on the armor of the PLK. So yeah, both players showing some great little attacks, and I'm really excited to see what PLK has as a transition.
Yeah, I think the Hoofen's strength definitely is coming from his ability to engage well. That last engagement, as you said, was really amazing. Having the presence of mind to distract the siege tanks, that's a really good move, and well done by him.
Yeah, so Bio versus a mixture of siege tanks and Bio on the other side. Let's see who is going to go in favor, and of course we will see Hoofen with an advantage with his Bio Force at the moment, giving him a supply lead and also the possibility to go for some drop play.
Yeah, I really like Hoofen's the way he plays. He chooses his build, his units, his composition, and sticks to it. He's pure Marine Marauder right now. He's not deviating in any way, not building anything else, just building Marine Marauder and, of course, Medevacs, but they're going to be mixed in. Whereas PLK seems to be the style of build what he feels is right for the current situation. Now he has a siege tank. He has two siege tanks now up on the high ground, and versus this small bio army, it's going to do a lot of damage. But will Hoofen pick up and engage? This is, as we were saying, his strength is picking the right engagements and picking them well. So can he find a way to do this?
So both players tempted to go for a third base, but Hoofen is a little bit later to this, and oh my god, a Doom drop that's gonna be devastating if not scouted by PLK. He has turrets on the way, at least.
He does have a supply depot, on the very corner there, but it's not going to be fast enough. He's going to get up there, he's going to boost. There it is, past. He sees the turret, he gets past, and he starts peppering these units into the base. He's going to do so much damage. There's almost nothing that PLK can do about this before he's in there wiping out his workers. 7 workers killed so far. He's split up his units really well, so he's only going to be able to get engaged a side at a time, moving the Marines around to engage with the rest of the forces. He's 15 workers killed so far. He's made the orbital command lift up, and PLK's forces are dodging in, dodging out, trying to get it done. But he's just got so many Marines and Marauders up in this base, doing so much damage. 16 workers killed. It's just unbelievable. The perfect engagement for Hoofen, getting exactly what he needed done to buy himself some time.
Wow, that actually looks very, very scary, being trapped there in the main base. But no, in the end he even stays free of his medivacs. Very nicely done by Hoofen, being very cost effective with his mobile army. And now getting his 3rd base saturated.
So even after that, Doom dropping into the main base of his opponent, killing 16 workers, forcing a lift-off, killing a couple of production facilities, wiping out most of his enemy's army. He still had a 40 supply lead even during the battle.
Wow, so PLK has to move forward. He needs to be really quick with his upgrade, retaking upgrades. And yeah, he is a little bit oversaturated in his natural. Has to take to transfer some into the 3rd base. He's getting set up in order to keep up with the income. Because Hoofen, he is producing so much out of the 3 bases he has right now.
Yeah, he's Hoofen's macro didn't falter once, but we do have a semi-doom drop coming in from PLK, but look at those Marines in the natural already, in the 3rd, all ready to go. They're going to spot that, they're going to spot this drop immediately, and reinforcements coming out. 11 Marines at a time being produced, 3 medevacs at a time, and he just has to abandon the plan. He knows it. He's already been spotted. There's too many Marines there. He does try to come in from the other side. There's a siege tank in there, and it starts to siege up, and Hoofen snipes down a couple of medevacs first, and now with 11 Marines producing, he pulls the SCVs and he comes in. One of those siege tanks, both of those siege tanks going down almost instantaneously. Hoofen's control is just phenomenal, coming in at the right angle with +1/1 upgrades. He really did well to push that off as easily as he did.
Yeah, nicely done here by Hoofen, and PLK didn't really get the time to produce on his side too much, so therefore this 3rd base is a little bit vulnerable. The rocks are actually destroyed, but PLK wants to focus fire, but no, he has no chance, and what a nice position here by Hoofen.
Fantastic, using the Marines to rush forward, picking off the command center, and the siege tanks just going to town on the Marines of PLK, wiping him down to 70 supply. He's now more than double his opponent's supply, destroying the 3rd base and taking complete control of this game. Fantastic, and another example, and the GG comes down, another example of Hoofen's strength in choosing and engaging perfectly, stopping the siege tanks, sieging them up, covering the ramp while the Marines rush forward and wipe out the workers and the command center. Really, really high-level play.
Yeah, very strong performance here by PLK, by Hoofen, of course. So very excited to see him now in the semi-finals. And yeah, we will try to sort out some more games for you, of course, some more of the semi-finals, and going into the very exciting stage of the tournament.
Change it can't be undone. I can see it's a recipe that I was least just a fun.